So we're a little under 15 inches, 16 inches. So this is all printable sizes on the 8.5 by 17 sheet. And let's just look at this and kind of stretch it out to our maximum size just for a second to see what we've got. So this is going to be, this would be a cut through this bar. And there are some areas in here, but let's just look at the other direction just to see if there might be a better option. Yeah, so this is the so there's some aspects of the design running in this direction that might make this one the best one. Let's just, we're pretty much, we might even want to tighten it down just a little bit more just to make sure that we're going to fit on our sheet size. So let's take a look at this. So looking at this, I would say I'm pretty happy with this. That's probably going to fit together nicely. If I'm putting this onto a dark shirt, then I know I'm going to use the rasterization function in the transfer rip. So that's going to pull all of this black out of the design anyway. So that's not going to show up. And this, this did a pretty good job of following around. But maybe I'd still just like to compare it with the other direction. So I can change my name, rotate it back, and I can kind of open up my design a bit just to sort of see where the area may be.
John, you have a call at 116, John, 116.
So open it up so we can see where the area may be. And then let's see what it does in this direction. The one from splitting it long ways. We're cutting through this star down at the bottom. We're cutting through this area here. It's cutting actually through the edge of this S. This is all in an area where the user is going to be pretty attuned to. Whereas this one, pretty much leaves everything intact. I think I like this one better.
And then we don't really change anything on here, right? We keep it the same. So we just click next. We want to make sure those lines are in there. So we put preserve. We want to stay at the 150% coverage. And under filling, we want to go to 3 device pixel. And then click next. So here we'll show the line. Mask was 27. Shadow tolerance was 25. We can keep that there. Angle, again, we keep it at 0 since it's a portrait. Shadow is 92. 1 copy. Yeah, so everything else is right. So then we would just go ahead and print the second part. So today we have 2 images here. We're going to create a Lynyrd Skynyrd on an extra large shirt. It's 8.5 by 17. And then we have here our transparency paper, which is going to be our A sheets and our B sheets. And we're going to go onto our press, and we're going to do split image maker, and then we'll show you and how to do the process right now. We'll have our A sheet and our B sheet, and we just line them up, make sure they're there, what you got there. Our press here is set at 310, so we'll put that on here. We'll line those up here. And then we have transparency paper here. We'll put 2 sheets on here just to make sure. Come over here and close it. So we'll press this for about 2 minutes. There we go. Okay. We'll remove our transparency paper. Here we have our peel. And we'll grab both sides here in the corner. So, and then you'll start gently pulling. We'll set this one aside here. And then we'll work on our second one. So again, we have our A sheet and our B sheet. We align them up, make sure they're perfect here. Go back to our presser. Again, we're set at 310 degrees. Get those 2 transparency papers on top. Put this back on here for another 2 minutes. There we go. Okay, so make sure this is unlocked. Lift up your press. Move this to the side. Remove your transparency paper. We'll do again another hot peel. Again, grab both sides. Keep it low. And start pulling. Alright, and there we go. Okay, so here we have our transparency paper. We're going to cut around our design slightly, just so none of this transfers onto our shirt. We'll just go around. Here we have our presser with our shirt, and we're going to kind of just steam it for a couple of seconds to get out any wrinkles, anything out of there. And see where it goes. Position it. Okay. So now that we know where we're going to have our design, we're going to put our transparency paper. Okay. And because we're working with two images here, we're going to just do a short press for about 15 seconds. That way, when we put it together, it has time to tag onto the shirt. So look at our watch at 1:45. We'll lift this up. Okay. So we'll lift this. Move our press. Okay, so here we have our design, and now we'll just do a tight roll, make sure everything's flat here, and then just tightly roll. Now keep going until we get to the end. Keep it tight. So here we have our shirt all lined up. Let's take out any wrinkles, and now we're going to line up our design and try to make it as seamless as possible. So we'll definitely have to play with it here. And you just tug on your shirt as well. Just make sure all those lines match up. And the plate is hot during this time, so it'll eventually help if you just press it a little bit. You can use that. So. Okay, once you're happy with the way things are laid out, we'll use one of our transparency paper. And it's okay if it overlaps out of our plate here, but we'll cover this, our sign here. And we'll get a large one. We'll cover both, and then we'll press for another 15 seconds here. So again, 310, push down, take these out of the way. Okay, so here we'll hope for it to cool here so we can start peeling. So we'll put this on here. Okay, when we think it's good enough, it's cool enough, we'll start rolling here. So again, tightly roll the corner at the top. Okay, and here we have our design. Then we'll bring it back on our press just to seal it one last time. It's all lined up. Okay, we'll bring a parchment paper here with the design. We'll close it again for another 30 seconds. We lift our transparency paper again. Let's take our shirt out and see what we have. Okay, so Okay, so here you can see the seam and where we split, and hopefully you won't be able to notice that, but if you want to look at the design, let me show you this camera up here as well. So okay. Okay, now design. So this is again working with a large print on an 8.5 by 17 on an extra large shirt. As you can see, we did 2 designs here to make it into one, and hopefully you won't see any of that. So.